Loyalty. Let's do a self-check. Are you loyal to a purpose or a person? Do you have a purpose that you're loyal to? Civil rights, apartheid, United States. Do you have a purpose or do you have a person? See, the most common loyalty that there is the family. The Parker family, there were 6 boys, and we fought amongst ourselves daily. I actually saw one of my brothers try to stab another brother. But if you fought one, it was okay to fight inside the family. But if there was an outside person that tried to fight one of us, they fought us all. There was tremendous loyalty to our family. What is it that makes a group a great thing? Number one, you got to have really high standards. In other words, it has to be difficult to be a part of it. In our family, we qualified for every government assistance program known to man, economically. We took none. I think my dad would have let us starve before he took something from the government. It was a difficult standard. We took a bath every night. And you say, so what, Coach? Everybody does that. Well, how many of you take a number 3 wash tub, set it in the floor, put water on the stove and heat the water on the stove and pour it in the tub? And then pour the water out and start over. And do that 6 times every night. You see, Mama, to be a Parker, you were going to be clean. And my mom, if I heard her say it once, I heard her say it doesn't cost much to be clean. Standards. You got to have a high standard. All the time I was growing up, we never owned a house we lived in, never owned any land, never had many clothes, never had anything. And I always heard this, why don't we do that, Mom? Because you're a Parker. And I always thought, why? So? We don't own anything, we're not. But there was a standard that we had to be a Parker. The second thing you have to have is loyalty. You have to have a tradition. You have to have something that you're proud of. We had a tradition every year that for Christmas, everybody got one Christmas present. And it was under your chair. That was a tradition. That was something to be loyal to the family. When you got to be a senior, you didn't have to wash dishes anymore. When you got to be a senior, you didn't have to get up and eat breakfast if you didn't want to. You could sleep another 20 minutes and go to school. Silly things. But they were traditions and they were something to be loyal to. See, it's like the Marine Corps or the service. The standards are so difficult. Being a Navy SEAL, the standards are so high. And they have such traditions and loyalties. What's the thing with the servicemen? Never leave a friend behind. That's loyalty. That's true loyalty. What are you loyal to? See, sometimes we become so enamored with a celebrity or a sports figure. We just want them to sign something. and we treasure something with their signature on it. Why? I mean, what does that have to do with anything? We need to be loyal to these things. Number one, helping other people. See, that's the number one thing that we ought to be doing, is being loyal to something that helps others. Not ourselves. There's nothing the celebrity does or the athlete does that helps others. Number two, you need to be loyal to education. If you're going to school, you need to make the best of it. If you're going to a trade school, you need to become the best welder, carpenter, plumber, whatever it is, you need to be the best you can be. But you need to be loyal to that. Athletics. If you go out for a sport, the parents with those 6 boys, they couldn't tell you if a football was pumped or stuffed. You know, they would come and watch us play, and there's times that my mom, when the game was over, would say, "Who won?" You know, because they really didn't care. But they had a rule. If you went out, you stayed until the end. You never quit. Now, was that athletics, or was that just the principle of being persistent, persevering? You're going to be loyal to athletics. How about music? That's something to be loyal to. Religion. Are you loyal to your religion? In other words, do you go to church on Sunday and then smoke dope on Monday? Or run around? Or do things you shouldn't do that are non-religious? And then come back to church on Sunday? Which one is it? That's not loyalty. That's disloyalty. Racial equality. You want something to be loyal to and have a purpose? These are the things: helping others, education, athletics, music, religion, racial equality. Pick out one of those. Any one: helping others, education, athletics, music, religion, racial equality. Pick out one of those and become intensely loyal to it, to the point of having a purpose and putting it in your goals. And then you'll start being, and when you start being, you'll start doing, and when you start doing, you're going to start having. And you're going to start being the best you